Good morning, student. Today's topic is about CSV file and the different file modes that are available in Python class 12 syllabus. Today's topic is CSV file. What do you mean by CSV file? CSV, that is comma separated value format, is one of the most simple and common ways to store data in tabular form. Each record of one or more field separated by comma, just like in Microsoft Excel. All the students have worked about Microsoft Excel and see that Microsoft Excel store data in a form of row and in a form of column. To represent a CSV file, it must be saved in CSV extension. File extension is .csv, means any file that is created in any application, then it may be a name for the file, and also it contain the extension that may be either 3 characters or 4 characters. In CSV file it is a 3 characters .csv. For writing into a CSV file using csv.writeRow method. To write an existing file, you must first open the file in one of the writing modes that are WW is for write mode, A is for append mode, and R plus first R plus plus mode means file is for read and write mode. Basically that is R plus mode. Create csv.writer object using this file object called writeRow method to the entire file, such as to complete row. For example, csv.writer file handler object. See the example. Here is the file mode R, W and A. Basically files have 6 mode: 3 text file mode, 3 binary file mode, and for reading only that is R, for writing only that is W, and for append only it is A. If you have a binary file, then B is a suffix for text file mode, such as for read only in binary mode it is RB mode, for write only in binary mode then that is WB mode, and if you want to append data that is AB mode. In case of read only mode, file must already exist. When you want to read data from a file, then file must be already exist, otherwise Python raise input output error. When you want to create a file object with write mode only, then if file does not exist, file is created. Means if you are going to write data in a file and if file does not exist in memory, then file is created as per your file object. File object contains location component, name of file, and file mode. If file exists, then Python will truncate existing data and overwrite in the file. When you are going to open file object in write only mode, then all the data that is previously stored in write only file may be erased and file is opened as a blank file. If you want to open file in append mode, then file is in the write only mode. If the file exists, data in the file is retained, means previous data are also available. In append mode, previous data is also available. In append mode, previous data is also available. Retained, the new data is being written appended at the end of file. in append mode only. If file does not exist, Python will create a new file object. In write only mode, file is created if it is not available in the memory, and if in read only mode it raise input output error if file object does not match the file open method. And here is another three mod: r plus mod, w plus mod, and a plus mod in case of text file. And if you want to work on binary file, then b is suffixed in the text mod, that is r plus b mod or rb plus mod, w plus b mod or wb plus mod, a plus b mod or ab plus mod. It is known as read and write mod, that is r b plus plus mod and r plus mod. File exists, file must exist. If you want to read data, then file must be exist, otherwise it will raise input output error. Both reading and writing operation performed in place of r plus mod or rb plus plus mod. In case of wb w plus mod or wb plus mod, if a file does not exist, a file is created. If file does not exist, if file exists, file is truncated. If file exists, then file is truncated, means past data must be lost. Both for reading and writing operation can take place. A plus mod or ab plus mod, write and read mod only. In case of write and read mod, file is created. If does not exist, file does not exist, then file is created. Here is the example for write data into CSV file. Look here. Where is? If you want to write data into CSV file, then first import CSV method, import CSV module, and these are the list, and list contains name, class, year, and percentage as a list element. Row is also a list, that is known as nested list, and in rows all the element contains data for this particular field, means name, class, year, and percentage. Check it here. Rohit 12th 2003 and 92. Name Rohit, class 12th, year 2003 and percentage 92. Same again. Saur 11th 2004 and 82. Name means Saur, class means 11th, year means 2004 and percentage means 82. Again same. Prerna 11th 2006 and 85. Here is the name of file. File is marks.csv and it is at E drive location. With open function, you have to pass file name. Where is the file name? File name is e:/marks.csv. W is the write mode and new line is the separator. You have to create CSV you have to create a CSV with open function, you have to create a file object that is denoted by f. CSVW is the object, and this object contains csv.writer. Writer is the method that prepare your file to write mode only. F is the file object, and file object contains name of the file, mode of the file, and new line as a separator. Delimiter is comma. This is the write row method is called with the help of CSV writer object. Write row method is called with the help of CSV writer method, and values passed in CSV writer object may be written in your CSV file. That is the field. Field is where? Field is here. First this data is written, and after that you have to call a for loop only. For loop for I in rows. Where is rows? Rows is a nested list, contains three data: Rohit, Saur, and Prerna. For CSV writer object, CSV w.write row and I, all the three data written in your file. If you want to write another thing, look here. In our previous program we have write data into a CSV file. Now we are going to read data from a CSV file. Again with open function we have pass file object, and file mode R as a read mode only, and F is the file object. Why we can prefer this? We can prefer this as when indentation is expired or indentation is ended, then file object is automatically closed with this method. And if you does not open with open clause, then you have forcefully close your file. Here is the CSV reader object. CSV reader object contains file object only, and CSV R is the name of reference. You have to read data from CSV reader object. Reading the marks file record by record, you have to use a loop. For row in CSV file object means CSV writer object print row. Then here is the output: name Rohit, Saur, and Prerna. Record is printed in your screen with in the case of output only. Reading data from a CSV file. Again, if we want to read data with open and file object is created, file object name is F. Here is CSV writer object is created, and REC is the blank list. Reading marks file record by record. If you want to read data from line by line, means record by record, then you can use for loop for row in CSV reader object. CSV R is the CSV reader object, and REC dot append row. You have pass row in the list, and all the data are now being stored in a list. When you print the list, then all the data, all the record is printed in a single line. Here you can see, here nested list is created as an output. If you don't pass as a list, you can use directly, use this. uh, you can use CSV reader object, and using CSV reader object you can pass file object in CSV reader object. Then CSV reader object read all the data, and reference is the CSV underscore r. This is the reference for CSV reader object. Now you can use for loop to print data line by line. Here is the object, this is the object, and for row is the variable contains one record. You can print row. When you print row, then it will print a single record. It may print a single record, means record by record all the data is printed, and when for loop closes, means you have end of file, means there are no any record to print. This program is already discussed, as you can store all the data in your list. Then list is name of rec, and you have to print data using list. Now we have discussed some important questions in our next video. Dear students, these videos are prepared to help class 12th student for better understanding the concept. If you may like these videos, then you may subscribe, and I will provide you a better understanding on the concept that may useful to you for scoring in class 12. Okay student, we will meet next video in important questions regarding files.